Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Today's another day where we get to play chess. So, yeah, let's dive right into it. It's like day 9, I think. So, hopefully we can play a good game. 15 plus 10, here we go. Have the white pieces. Gonna play our 1v3. This is the white opening that I've exclusively played to the point where I reached 2000 in all ratings. Our opponent goes knight f6. I'm inclined to go just bishop b2. And we'll see where he goes. He can probably play the Indian style. And he goes for this c5. I think the move here is knight f3. E3 is a move, but I think we play knight f3. Okay. Our opponent still hasn't made his intentions known. Does he want to go d5? Does he want to go g6? We'll find out soon. Okay, he decides to go here. So now when they create this, always be sure to put your bishop on b5, pinning the knight. And if he's not careful, we can get to double his pawn structure. So he has to make a decision whether to let us do that, or he can maybe play queen b6. He can play queen c7, defending this. Queen b6 is a funny line, but I don't think he'll play that. So we'll just carry on development. So actually I just did a master game, so if you check out my website, I think I just analyzed a model game that is going a bit similar to this. Okay, good thing I've just reviewed my openings for b3. So against g4, okay, actually now let me think. Okay, so our opponent has made a move which pins our knight, very common. But one thing he's forgotten is that we are threatening to take actually and double his pawns. So that's one candidate move. Another candidate move would be h3, but I don't like the fact that he can take, and yeah, so I think the best move probably would be to take, double his pawns, and yeah. Okay, so I don't like h3 takes, and then he can maybe play something like this. Now queen doesn't really belong on f3, but if he plays something like h5, we can go g4, and if he goes here we can go g5, knight e4, and then we can play this move knight e5, threatening this. And then when he goes maybe something like queen c7, then we have queen f3, and queen f3 hits f6 in a way. It also hits, I don't know if that's the way. Okay, let me think. This is a very interesting moment. So takes doubles the pawns, then you can play d3, and then maybe play c4, and knight c3. So we can always go the takes c6, takes c4, no, d3 then c4, and I think that's might be the best actually. Takes d3 c4, d3 knight here c4, and then we can, yeah, I think we take here. We'll have to review this after the game. I'm not sure if h3 bishop takes f3 is very good, so I'm gonna take. You know, idea here is to play d3, He has this check, but I'm gonna go 92. So that helps my development. No issues here, I think. So next I'm gonna castle probably. Okay, so I do want to play this move c4. Takes is good for me. I can just take with the pawn. He goes here, a bit annoying. Maybe I just castle. Maybe I ask the bishop the question now. Okay, so now we have the choice. I don't think I can go c4 just yet because takes. He goes rook d8 and we're kind of stuck. So maybe castles and then c4. Maybe a move like h3 first, just to ask. I'm gonna castle first. Because I don't like that if h3 takes, I have to take the queen. I'm gonna castle first. I want to recapture on f3 with the knight. That's my idea. Right, he plays this. And now that this d-file is blocked by the bishop, I'm going to play h6. No, I don't want to play h6. H6. Okay, we'll ask where the bishop wants to go. I don't think this sacrifice works. Yeah, and now I wanted to play c4. Yeah, c4 is my idea. And I can go maybe queen c2, I can go rook c1. Okay, not rook c1 because a2 will hang. And I've did some analysis on this position. This is actually very good, this c4 break. This c4 break is really good because if they take, they end up with isolated c-pawns, double isolated c-pawns, I might add. And that's really good for us. We can even take with the knight and then play like e3, get our queen to e4 and get our queen to e3. So achieving this c4 break is really good. Bishop e6 is an inaccuracy because now it blocks the d-file. If it opens up, it wants the rook there. But he ideally doesn't want to take. So he should play a move like e4 maybe, but then I get queen c2 and then e4 myself. e5 I mean. So we're doing really good in this opening. Our opponent still hasn't castled, and with one more move, we're gonna complete our development. Which is really good for us, really bad for him. Yeah, so this is a very good result of the opening. We've reached a really good opening. I'm gonna show you guys after the game, like right after this game. I'm very confident in this game right now because I just did like an analysis of a master game, which is what you guys should do as well. So like whatever opening system you're playing now, doesn't matter. You don't have to pick up something new. If you want to like improve on the current openings you have, you should check out how top rated players play your opening, and then try to get like some insights on the position, the middle game ideas, and why they play the certain moves that they do. I think I read this podcast recently, which is called, not podcast, but it was this video by, I think I mentioned in the previous episode as well, where I watched like a 1.5 hour long video of, yeah, so we want to get rid of this annoying pin. We can play a move like queen c2. You can play bishop g6. Then I think we might have the move 95. We have e4. So queen c2 strikes me as very natural. Our queen ideally doesn't want to go there. Actually, our knight would have been better on... Actually, our queen doesn't belong on c2. Maybe our queen belongs on e2. And then we go for e4. If they go d4, kind of stuck there a bit. Okay, this is a very important part of the game. So I want to get my queen out of the d file because of the rook. I'm gonna move my queen to c. Maybe e is better. Perhaps e is slightly better. There's either queen c2, queen e2, or queen e1. Queen c2, the drawback is when this closes, my queen is not doing a lot on c2. I'd rather be on the e file. But if I go to e2, I mean this pin maintains, which is quite annoying, frankly. But maybe it's not that big of a deal. Queen e2, and then e4 here. You can push, and then maybe you can go rook e1, and yeah, I think I'm gonna play the move queen e2. I think my queen belongs on the e file. Just make sure there's no... I can always recapture on f. Yeah, I'm gonna play this move queen e2. I really like the move queen e2. I think my queen really belongs on this e file. And my idea to unpin is to go rook e1, knight f1, then knight g2, knight g3. And my idea is to go e4, put everything on the light squares, and we're very happy with the pawn structure. If he takes on c4, I'm taking back with the knight. Now I'll play e4. So very good position. Yeah, next is rook e1, e1, knight f1. But I can take with the knight, with the bishop. So maybe queen e1. Queen e2 wasn't very good. I think the best move here for him would be to castle. Then maybe we'll consider e4. e4, d4, e4, d4, and then we get e5. Yes, e5. But then there's a pin, so maybe e4. If d4, we go g4, we retreat, and we go e5. So very dangerous at this point. My opponent should take, probably. Yeah, so we have a threat of like going g4 and then e4 here. Yeah, and if he goes here, I have to calculate takes. I think I'm gonna go e4 here, yeah? Or maybe we can go here. If they take, we take, goes back, and then e4, but then d3 is weak. Goes here. Okay, I have the option of playing g4, but you can take this intermediate. If I take on e3, you can go here, but then I go e4, e5, and then I win a pawn. I think that looks good, right? g4. Okay, g4. takes here and then e4. Doesn't that look very good for me? I'm threatening to fork him, so he might have to retreat, and then I'll be stuck with a weak d3. g4, bishop g6, e4, g4, takes e3, takes, bishop g6, and then e4, e5, we win, so bishop e7, and we get an open f-file. I think that's worth, right? We got a weakness on d3, but then we put our knight on e5, or maybe we can go e5, yeah. He goes knight d7. No, I think e4 and then knight e5, hitting the bishop. He castles, and no, he can't castle because he has to guard this. I think I'm gonna go for this. This looks good for me, but we'll have to think about it. I think the best move might have been just e4 and play it slowly. But I'm really trying to punish him in the opening here. So he has to take on e3. He has to find d takes e3. I play f takes e3. I get an open f file. He retreats his bishop. I get e4. He goes bishop e7. I go knight e4. Knight e5. He goes queen c7. I go knight f3. I go rook d1. And I'm pretty happy, I think. I think I'm pretty happy here. It's from Philippines. Okay, Spider Gambit. I feel like I've played Spider Gambit in a game. Let's see my record. Okay, I haven't. I feel like I played him in Arena before. Like one of these streamers, arenas. Yeah, so g4 really testing here. Takes on e3, I get an open f file. I get my knight to e5. And I don't see any way for him to take advantage of any discoveries. On d3, because I go e4. The drawback of making a move like g4 is it's very weakening. But I don't think he's in time to take advantage of like attacking, and the sacrifice. I think the sacrifice just does not work. Like frankly, I go e4 and the center's locked. And I could always run my king to the other side, I feel. Personally, I don't feel threatened at all. His queen is so far away from my king as well. Okay. He goes for the sacrifice. Take. Now I lock the center. I can also go here. If I go here, he gets this. I think that's his idea. So I'm not gonna let him do that. Go straight away asking questions. 94. I can even go king g2 here. Maybe start with knight. Maybe start with knight e4, and then king g2. Four. I like king g2 straight away, trying to get my rook to g1 and I can hide my king. I'm gonna play king g2, king g1, king f1. If he takes, I kind of like free myself a bit. And his queen is just way out of the... It's just completely misplaced here. He's trying to go for some sacrificial attack and it's just completely misplaced. Rook g1, king f1, completely safe. King e1. If I can accomplish king g1, rook g1, I'm good. I play e4 and then... Maybe not e4, I don't want to give him bishop f4. I'll take with the e pawn and then play e4. Okay, we're doing good, guys. Yeah, actually, I think I was rambling a bit about the thing I watched, but yeah, he was recommending is an Indian coach. I think he coached like the top junior Indian grandmasters right now, which are like Gukesh, Pragnananda. Yeah, so he's called Coach GM Rabesh. I'm not too sure of his name, but it was a very instructional video of how he recommends like 10 things you can do to improve your chess. Of which, I think I wrote that down on my note-taking app here. Let me just refer to it. But I think he said to study games played by masters, like five model games. For openings, you don't have to spend too much time, but make sure you just have an opening with one with white, and then 3 openings, one with white, one against e4 and one against d4, against black. As white, you need just one opening, and then as black, you need one opening against e4 and one opening against d4. And then, yeah, you can just review master games to try and learn the ideas behind those openings. Yeah. And then he recommends reading 5 pages of like an endgame book a day, which I've been trying to do. I've been reading Silman's Complete Endgame Guide. I'm reading from the start, even though I'm like 2000 like Blitz or 2000 Rapid, you know. H5. Interesting. I can go rook h1, I can go rook g1. What's his idea if I go rook g1? h4. I go here. I don't get it. go rook g1. I don't see any threat. Idea is very simple, is to go king f1. Then hide my king on e8. And then my rook is on the g file. It's very nice. And if he ever tries to go like bishop h2 after I go king f5, I can just play rook g2, and I think I'm doing very well. And h4 undefends the bishop, so I just go king f1, asking the bishop what it wants. Yeah, and I think I'm winning here. Yeah, and I was saying, he said he recommended starting master games. He recommended starting your own games. Starting your own games, I guess, is just a very common advice if you're at this level and you've watched like a few. Yeah, so now I just go king f1. Not sure what his idea is. If he goes here, he blocks his own pawn. If he goes here, I can just go rook g2. Fork. Oh, I can't fork, but I can just take. Yeah, I can just take. Don't go rook g2, just grab the free bishop. Yeah, I'm trolling because I can get pinned. So now I'm free. No threat. And now I can even consider playing like e4, e5. No reason to take here and let his queen come in. I'll just play e4. I just don't want to allow bishop f4 before I get my king out. But now that I got my king out, yeah, I can just go here. And yeah, feeling pretty good in the center. Can play like knight e4. Not right now, I'm still pinned. A bit annoying. Some problems in my position, but nothing too big. e4 allows bishop f4. Okay, he's really like tempting me to play that move. I can just take. I can play e4. And then e5. Yeah. e5. And then just king d1, I guess. Unpinning, and then I can just get out of the pin. And yeah, my position looks really nice. Really, really nice. Yeah, now I just gotta make sure this pawn doesn't move. I can play something like here maybe. I can connect my rooks, perhaps. See no issue here. I'm gonna go knight d4 to make sure there's no funny business. If he goes h2, I just go here. Always making sure c3 is covered by dummy bishop. If he tries a5, I can always play a4. Knight protects b3. Feeling very safe here. Just gotta make sure to get rid of this pawn, and my material advantage should be felt pretty strongly. So here, if he takes, queen e4, hits this, goes here, I can always just go here. He has some pin, but I can just take. Here, I'll just go. Okay, maybe there's some. Maybe a4 first, yeah? Yeah, this is looking like it's gonna be a really good game. From the looks of it, it looks pretty good. Pretty proud of this game. Pretty happy with this game so far. Okay, goes here. Okay. So I'm going to play this move. There's always ideas to sack. I don't see the need to sack yet. But I'm just gonna play a move like this. Surely can't be wrong. If he takes, and then I can go king h, rook h1, try to win this pawn. So we want to trade pieces since we're out pieces. Actually, my knight was doing pretty good on b3, but whatever, it's fine. Now I can play maybe here. Not so clear, actually. Yeah, but now my opponent has to find some good moves. If not, it's very easy for me to play. Yeah, I go here. Hit this. Go here. F4. Just en passant. Five just en passant. Then I can grab. So I think he has to trade now. No, he's losing his piece here. Very sad. Not too late to blunder. So just take. Keep it simple. Then maybe just here. Or I can just take and I win the pawn. And I'm happy. Let's take. Now I'm hitting this pawn. I'm gonna put my knight on e4. Maybe I can go queen g2. Queen g2 maybe. Oh, he has some weird ideas here. I have to be precise here. He's trying to break free from his position. I could take. Then I can just go here, win this pawn. And if he goes here, I can always just go f4, yeah? Maybe just here straight away. If he takes, I take. Maybe here to hit this pawn. I really just want to win this pawn, truth be told. Perhaps giving him this pawn is not so good of an idea, but I don't know, I could take and then go here. If he goes here, I can always go f3. I don't know, I think I can take and go to queen g2. Can put one out on e4. Don't know. Queen g2. f3 to defend d2. Yeah, then I go here. f3, my dear, to prevent this. My knight goes to e4. Feeling very safe. Every pawn on the light square. Yay, accomplished that. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I just go here. Not too late to blunder. Hit this, cover this. Okay. Okay, but now I can take a check. Still holding on, still holding on. Take. If here. Okay, I didn't want to take straight away because he might have like some sack, which I probably should have just taken straight away. And then take. I gave him this, which is a bit annoying. Should have taken when I had my chance. Now it's a bit annoying. Yeah, now it's game on. What have I done? Now I need to hide? Wow, this is tough. I need to hide now. Yeah, I should have taken on h2. If I take on h2, this game is over. But maybe I got some. Okay, maybe I start with a4, yeah. Then I can use my other rook. Okay, it gives me this. Make sure no infiltration. I'm gonna take on c5. I can take this pawn now. Okay. Now let's try to win this game. Nice, we won this game. Yeah, so I think I made a few mistakes here. Let's not use the evaluation. I'm just gonna end the video right now for this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm gonna dive right into the analysis, so watch the next video if you're a subscriber, and I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Be right back.